2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Indiana Pacers today. We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Pacers. They've got Miller. Person is out there with Davis. Then it's Williams. And it's Smits in at the 5 down low. This should be a fun one to watch tonight, C-Web. No shortage of athleticism for either of these teams.
Oh, get your popcorn ready. This is highlight reel material. Keep your head on the swivel or you might get dunked on. And if you're a fan, keep your head on the swivel or you might miss a nice dunk.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. A second chance effort. And the layup is up and in.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's Lewis. Bird a screen on Williams. Bagley the pass to Bird. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Now, don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
There's a good screen. Stripped it away. The high post shot. Person no good. Celtics on offense. And Lewis has it in the corner. Bagley kicks to Bird. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And stolen by Miller.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. And that one drops.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Lewis, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
You know, and last year, the Celtics became real. Even in defeat to a superior team. I mean, they found a winning formula and accelerated their timeline.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Williams can't hit.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And with the Celtics' advancement to the Eastern Conference Finals, you know, Chris, it's amazing. They were actually the Game 7 favorites against a LeBron-led squad.
Well, yeah, the Celtics had existed in theory more than in reality. I mean, so young and inexperienced, but not by the end of the season. I mean, what a juggernaut they could become. You can't lay that pass in there any better.
Now, here's Bagley. He's tightly guarded. Here's Parrish. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Parrish has got his first points in this one. The Pacers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. McLeod passes to Williams. To the paint. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Ooh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Bird against Schrempf. Puts it up from 15. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, I think he was surprised. He was so open. And that's just a defensive breakdown.
Stolen by Parrish. Lewis on the way. Whitman defending. Screen by Parrish. Pass to Bird. Lets it go from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Bird's got 7 points in the game. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can count.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Williams is out there with Whitman. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Schrempf. And it's McLeod in up the small forward position. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Pacers have been a huge surprise since they traded away Paul George. Now, Coach Nate McMillan said, for us, it's about developing that culture and that identity, and we're still doing that. I think we're only starting to scratch the surface. Kevin?
No doubt, David, they've got some promising young players on that team. Thank you. And so it's Boston with it. The Pacers making the shot. Bird, a screen on Whitman. Here's Lewis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Chris, there are a lot of players offensively in this league who do certain things, just the nuances that create contact and draw fouls and get themselves to the line, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. When I think of fouls, I think of James Harden. If I was a big man in the league today, I would have nightmares about this guy because he gets to the free throw line almost upwards of 10 times a game. His Euro step, his way to put his elbow up, he baits you to reach in, and then there's a presence of mind to be so quick that once you put your hand in the cookie jar, it's like your little brother telling you, Ma, and you get in trouble. And that's what he does. He makes sure that the ref sees you getting that contact, you getting the foul. And how about DeMar DeRozan, what he does and being so strong attacking the hole, and DeMarcus Cousins inside using his big body in the post. Those come to mind the quickest, using their skill set to draw fouls on other players, because there's an art to it.
Here's Lewis. The Pacers making the shot, and it's Smith with the rebound. Miller outside, and the pass to Whitman. To the paint. Here's Smits. Passes to Miller. Stolen by Lewis. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And the layup's good off the glass. Green's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Whitman against Green. There's a screen. The feed to Miller. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Hugh, he's checked in for Whitman. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. McHale left side. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. 1:19 left in the second quarter. Fleming the pass to Smits. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Smits has got his second bucket. Now here's Green. Defense right on him. There's a screen by McHale. Green kicks to Fox. Pass to McHale. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. McHale's got 4 this quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Davis, the pass to Smits. Here's Fleming. Indiana moving the ball around. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Celtics now. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Dishes to McHale. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Seven seconds left to play here in the second quarter. There's the dish to Fox. Takes a 3. Cans it from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 7. And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, you're watching the NBA. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about.
Welcome back to Boston, the buildings of the financial district visible in all their glory. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. We've got McHale. Fox is out there with Bagley. Then it's Parrish. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. To the wing on the left. Kicks to McHale. He's covered by Person. It's stolen by Davis. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. Shoots over Fox. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Miller. Boston shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Ball's knocked loose.
Talk about a coach who gets the most out of his guys and what he has to work with. I mean, that's none other than Brad Stevens. I mean, he's done it for years. First in college, now on the greatest level.
Bird, he's checked in for Boston. 6 on the shot clock. McHale. And Davis sends it back. Person kicks to Williams. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And talking about Stevens, many people were shocked when he received 0 votes from his peers for Coach of the Year.
Oh, yeah, I think people just got used to his style. And it's not just the great scheme that he has. He does a fantastic, subtle job of motivating players and keeping everyone focused.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Floats one, and it's good on the layup. Williams has got 6 points.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird, who only could shoot maybe a 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now, what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' game. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player, and being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor, because he's not just limited to the 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem, because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants to.
Pass to Smits. The shot, no good. And it's Boston the other way. Bagley kicks to Lewis. He dishes it to McHale. Lewis, left side, to the middle. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pacers trail by 3. Williams passes to Thompson. Back to Williams. Teardrop shot, and it's sent back by McHale. 18 feet out. No good from Bird. The Pacers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's McLeod. Count it.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Bagley kicks to Bird. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Celtics have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Bird hits them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Inside. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Miller. Miller's got 6 here in this quarter. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the pass to Fox. Miller against Bird. Back to Fox. There's a screen by McHale. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Boston on top, leading by just 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Thompson is out there with Davis. Then it's Schrempf. Then it's Miller. And it's McLeod in up the shooting guard position. And it's Davis missing. The Celtics with the lead. To the inside. Here's McHale. Second chance shot. Yes, that goes in.
That's what every team needs. Guys getting after it on the offensive board.
And Indiana shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Here's Schrempf. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And he knocks down the first one. Both teams deciding to change it up. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Celtic shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. There's a good screen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. Fox passes to Green. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Alters his release to do it, and those are 2 crucial points.
They double him with Green. Indiana moving the ball around. Smith's good.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Knocked loose. To the paint. Passes it to McLeod. Davis kicks to Schrempf. They set the pick. Off the screen and finished off by Davis.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Okay, it could be. Take a great defensive play, follow it up with a big-time dunk. That'll always get a team fired up.
Pass to Green. To the inside. Got a piece of it. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Smits. Teardrop shot. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. McHale with a screen on Miller. McHale inside. Davis is there. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut back down to 1 point on the basket for McHale. Double team on Williams. The pass to Person. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. We've got 1:13 left in the game. And it's Smith's missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Parrish, the pass to Bagley. Parrish with the screen on Williams. Bagley kicks to Bird. McHale with a screen on Person. Bird. Count it!
Guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Timeout called, the Pacers. They're trailing by 1. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
And that bucket ignites the crowd.
And the emotions of these fans right now boiling over after that shot.
Pass to Smits. Doubled by McHale. The kick out to Williams. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're up by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Celtics on offense. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
They get what they want out of that trip. Now a 2-possession game.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's a lot to talk about in this huddle. They'll also have to decide who they'll want to foul.
Davis on the follow.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're up by 2. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one.
They have a chance to tie it up.
They got to be looking for a 3 here, guys.
Pass to Smits. Lets it fly. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?